Hi and Assalamualaikum. I am Farah Izahwa binti Abdurrahman Wong from Group F, VUE. My groupmates and I will be presenting about the hotel booking system, and here's our brief introduction.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Nadira binti Muhammad Ilfi. My metric number is 2117898.
Hi, my name is Farah Izahwa binti Abdurrahman Wong and my metric number is 2111188.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Husna Ezah binti Muhammad Fakurazi with the metric number 2110942.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Jawahir Abdul Rahim with matric number 1636616.
A short introduction of our group project, Cat Town is known as cat hotel for cat lovers that emphasize on comfortable experience for your feline companions while promoting nature and a newer concept. Cat Town provides cat services such as boarding, grooming, trimming, and mating. It is the perfect destination for cats to be treated with love and cares while the owner are away. The environment truly felt like home and fun place for the furry friends to play and explore around. There are three objectives of our group project. The first one is to connect customers and cat sitters on a single platform. The second one is to develop a web-based application that allows customers to reserve an appointment with our cat hotel through online booking. And lastly, to design a system that is user-friendly and easy for the customer to find a package for their cats.
I am Husna Ezah and I will continue on the software development methodology. The selected process model for our project is the prototype under the process of evolutionary model. A prototype is described as the process of generating working replication of a product or system that needs to be constructed. The evolutionary prototyping combines incremental and extreme model. It helps to avoid wasting time and effort. It also allows to obtain feedback and vital input from the customer that can assist the software engineer and developers in understanding while improving the expected product under development. This prototype consists of 5 phases, which are communication, quick plan, modeling, quick design, construction of prototype, and lastly deployment, delivery, and feedback. The first phase is communication, which focuses on requirements gathering and analysis. During this phase, a meeting has been conducted between the customer and software development team to discuss and determine relevant information, such as general goals, requirements, and expectations in the cat hotel booking system that relates to the SDG 15 live on land. The next phase is quick plan, where a rapid plan for the initial prototype is created based on what we've received during the communication phase. Modeling quick design comes after the quick plan. It consists of a simple and preliminary design, or known as a quick design. In this stage, the system basic and incomplete design is formed to give a brief idea regarding the system to our customer. For example, we have created user interface design for our login page, cat package details page, booking page, and such more using the help of Mock+ tool. Moving on to the next stage, which is construction of prototype. So all the information and knowledge gained during the quick design will be transformed into an actual prototype. For this phase, we use the user tools to create our prototype. After a few testing, the prototype is then submitted to the customer through the last phase, which is known as the deployment, delivery, and feedback. Under this phase, the customer evaluation and feedback are gathered to undergo refining prototype if the customer is still not satisfied with the current prototype and needs some improvement based on the feedback received. The process occurs repeatedly until it fulfills the customer needs and satisfaction.
Okay, so now I'll be explaining about the use case diagram. So as you can see here under this cat hotel booking system, there are 5 use cases, which is login and logout system, display cats package, select cats package, place booking, and also make payment. So for this use case, there are 3 actors, which is customer, manager, and also credit payment service. So customer involves all 5 use cases. For manager also involve all 5 use cases, while the credit payment service only involved in 1 use case, which is make payment use case.
Now let's move on and explain about the
activity diagram of our system. This diagram represents the flow from one activity to another activity with an activity being an operation of the system. It starts from a customer log in into their existing account or create a new account for new customers. This ends when users log out from their account. This is in general the whole journey of the user using our system. But if we explain in details, there are many processes that user can go through after login. First of all, the user can view the packages that we have provided. Then, the user can select one or many of the packages in our system. Then the user will place booking. Once the user places the booking, the manager will receive the booking. Then we will go to the next step, which is process the booking, which will be done if the booking has been confirmed. Then the credit payment service will reserve the booking for the customer. But in this case, the customer has to make the payment. Then the credit payment service again will receive the payment. After that, the customer can log out from the system.
I am Husna Eza and I will be explaining about the use case specification for login and logout system. The objective of this use case specification is to assist customer to log in and log out into their accounts. The user or actor are customer and manager. The frequency of use is frequent. The precondition for this use case is that the user must have a strong network connection to the system. So this use case starts when the system requests that the user enter his or her email and password. The user enter his or her email and password. The system validates the entered name and password. In here we have the exception flow, which is known as the invalid information. Let's say if the user does not encounter with any error, it will proceed to the step 3, which is the system logs the user into the system. The system displays the home page. The use case ends when the user logs out from the system. In different case, let's say if the user encounter with error, which is invalid email or password, the system will display error, invalid email or password. The system lets the user to make another attempt to re-enter. The user enters the email and password. The system will block if the user exceeds 3 attempts, which means every user will only have 3 times to re-enter, and then the use case ends. So the post condition, if the use case was successful, the actor is now logged into the system. If not, the system state is unchanged. Special requirements, this system will only allow one user at a time, and under no such assumptions, the user has been authenticated, so the email and password are already known to the system. This is the user interface design for login page. Now we have the sign in box, and in here we have the username and password for the user to enter and then proceed with the login button. We also have the sign up button for new users to create their account. Now I will show the demonstration of the login prototype. Here is the sign in part with 2 buttons, which are login and sign up. If he or she is a new user, they can proceed with the sign up button to create an account. Let's say if the user has already created an account, the system will prompt the user to enter email and password details. So here the email has already entered. Now we need to enter the password. Next, the user can click the login button, and when they click this button, the system will navigate to a home page where it will display the services provided, such as boarding, grooming, trimming, and mating. Next is the test case for failed login. The test priority is medium. The title for this test case is valid or invalid email address and password. Description: this test case will test the sign-in page before booking process. As for the precondition, user has already created an account with email and password before sign-in the system. This test case uses equivalent partition technique, invalid partition. So for the failed login test case, it will contain of 4 steps. The first step is regarding the sign-in page, where it will navigate to sign-in page, and the test data is the link to the sign-in page. Expected result: sign-in page is displayed. Same goes to the actual result and status passed. The next step, user input an invalid email address. For the test data, wrong email address might be user put comma symbol instead of dot symbol and such more. The expected result, user key in the wrong his or her email address. Actual result, enter the incorrect email address and status passed. The next step is about the password. So user input an invalid password created. So for the test data, wrong password might be missing character or words from the correct password. And the expected result, user key in his or her wrong password. The actual result will be entered the incorrect password and status passed. Lastly is the click the sign in button to proceed, and the test data will be the sign in button. Expected result is that user must not be able to sign in the system with the email and password entered, and the actual result, an error message will be displayed that shows failed to sign in the system and the status show pass. So as for the post condition, user is notified with a fault message that stated failed to log in, please try again, and the system navigates user to the login page instead of the home page, or in other words, the system will remain unchanged.
I will continue to the next use case specification, which is the select cats package. So the objective for this use case is to let the customer select their desired package, and the user or actor for this use case is the customer and manager. So before users select their package, the system will display the packages that we provide to the user. So the basic flow, the first step is the use case starts when the system displays cat boarding packages. We also have other package options, so this one will be under the alternate flow A1 other package options. So if the user wants to select other packages other than border package, then it will continue to the first alternate flow, where the system will display other package options, grooming, trimming, and matting. If the user doesn't want to pick other package, then it will continue to the next second step under the basic flow, where user will select cats package and the system will store the selected packages. But if the user wants to pick other package, then the user can pick either grooming, trimming, or matting. And the step is almost the same as the body package, where the user will select the other package options and the system will store the selected package. Then the use case will continue at step 3 in the basic flow. So user can view his or her card with the updated selected package. So the system will display the selected package and the total amount from the selected packages on the card page. And lastly, the use case will ends here. Post condition from this use case that the user will continue to place booking page, where the user will check in, check out their date, and also users information. Business rules under this use case specification is that the maximum boarding package for the room 1 is that it must be the same amount of the number of cats for boarding, which means that as example, if the customer have two cats, then the user can only choose 2 room or 1 or 2 room only. Okay, so now I'll be explaining the GUI design for Select Cats package. So as you can see here, there are 4 packages, which is the boarding, grooming, trimming, and also matting package. For boarding package, there are 2 types, which is boarding without food and also boarding with food. For grooming package, there are basic grooming, which is kitten short hair, adult short hair, kitten long hair, and also adult long hair. And there are also another 3 special grooming package, which is kutu, fungus, and also cutting nails. For trimming package, there are 4 types of trimming, which is basic trimming, bear or back trimming, false trimming, and also lion cut. So the last package is a bit special, which is a matching package. So there are terms and conditions for customers to understand before book this package. So the first thing is their cat must be free from flea, fungus, or any disease, and the cat must be ready for mating. So the duration is about 7 days. And also, if your cat is still not pregnant after getting this mating package, you can send back to us for another free mating. So the total will be displayed under this link. Okay, so now I'll be demonstrating how to select the packages. So this is how the cat package will be displayed. We have boarding, grooming, trimming, and mating package. So as example, if the customer have 2 cats, so they want to have 2 package for boarding without food. So enter the number that they want. So 2 boarding without food. So for under the grooming package, so maybe the basic one they only want kitten short hair one, and the special package for kutu is only one. So the other one is like trimming. Maybe they want paws with for both of their cats, which is 2. So once they have made their decision, so they can just click the cart button to see their selected package. So the selected package has been updated in the cart, and the price for each package has been displayed too. So the total has been counted at the end of the page, which is the total is 180 ringgit. So if the user has made their decision, so they can just proceed to booking. Okay, so now I will be explaining the test case, which is card not updated. The test title is select packages, as this will be under the use case of select package. So the description is test updating card. So the first test step is that it will navigate to select cats package page. So this is the link, and the expected result is that cats packages page is displayed. So the actual result, cats packages page is displayed. So the status will be pass. So the second test step is that the user selects their desired package through the test data, which is the package button, and the expected result is that they insert the number into the package button. So the number inserted is displayed. So the status is pass. So the third step, which is for the test step, is that the card will be updated once the user selects their package. This will be under the card 1. So the card updated with the current selected packages. However, the actual result shows that the card is not updated with the current selected package. Hence, this status is failed. So the post condition is that the user selected package could not be displayed in the card. So the card page is not updated. So this test case is failed because the card is not updated.
Now let's move on and talk about place order use case specification. In this use case, the objective is assist customers to insert booking details, while the actor and user is customer and manager. The frequency of use is frequent. The user selects cats package. Basic flow. Step number 1, the use case starts when the user finished selecting cat's package. Then the system will display the page for the user to enter booking information. Step 2, the system promotes the user to enter cat information, check-in and check-out date, and also cat owner details. Step 3, the user starts entering cat information. The system stores the details. But for the information like check-in and check-out date, the system checks the availability of date. Here is an exception 1, booking error. If there is no any exception, so the system will move to then step 5. The user will enter cat Owner details. The system stores the card owner details and check if there is any exception or no. If there is no, so the user case ends here. Let's check the exception flow. For the booking error, the system displays, "Sorry, we are fully booked. Please enter a new date." The system displays the availability dates. The system let the user enter a new date. So after these 3 steps, the user enters new date according to the availability. The use case continue at step 5. So we continue from this use case specification from step 5. So the E2, the invalid details, the system displays, "Oops, something went wrong. Please try again." The system let the user to make another attempt. Email, phone number. The user re-enter the details of this. Then the system verifies the information. Finally, the use case ends here. The post condition of this use case, the system navigates to the payment page. While the business rules, this system only accepts bookings within 5 months. The GUI design for booking page. In this page, there are 3 sections: card information section, date check-in, check-out section, card owner information section. For the first one, the user have to enter number, name, breed of the card. Then the check-in and check-out date, the user have to enter it. Lastly, card owner information like name, his own details, name, phone number, email, and address. Then the user can click to the next button.
Alright, moving on to demonstration part. In the booking page, here is the first section, which is card information. The user can enter card numbers, like how many cards he has. So these 2 up and down buttons are working well. Then in name of the card, then the breed of the card. Then next, the check-in and check-out date. The user have to enter it here. Lastly, the card owner information. The owner his own information. Have to enter it here: name, email, phone number, and address. And you can see my data are appearing here because it's working very well. While in this section, here is some items that the user already choose. Then after that, the user can click on the next button from here. Go to the next page from here. Let's move and talk about the test case for place booking, which is an available date. In this test case, the test priority is very high and the model name is reservation, while the description is test the check-in and check-out and reservation page. The technique is equivalence per partition, valid partition, and preconditions: user has already made a reservation and book a package. Let's see how it's filled up. For step 1, the test steps navigates to reservation page. While the test data is the link from here, the expected results is showing the reservation page is displayed, and the same for actual result as well. The final stage of this step is pass. Step 2, input the reservation details. The test data will be filling up the reservation form. The expected result is the user enters reservation data or details, and the reservation details has been stored. Also, the states of this step is passed. 3, input an available reservation date. The test data will be the available reservation date, for example, is 26. An available reservation date will be 29/6. User entered an available reservation date.
The actual result will be entered and available reservation date, and the data will be stored. This stage is passed. Final step is the system will check the reserve button to book. The test data will be reserve button. The expected result, the user shall not be able to reserve with the detailed enter. Actual result, the reservation was unsuccessful while the start is failed. The preconditions. Preconditions 1. User is notified with a fault message that stated, failed to reserve. Please choose an available date. Second, the system navigates the user to the booking page again. That's all from my side. Thank you.
I am Farah Izahwang and I will be explaining about the use case specification for make payment. The objective is to assist customers to make payment for the booking place. The user or actor is the customer, manager, and the credit payment service. The frequency of use is when the user wants to confirm the booking place. There are two preconditions. The first one is the customer has already selected the CATS package and placed booking details. And the second one is the customer has an active network connection to the payment system. Here's the basic flow. The use case starts when the user enters his information, for example, the name and the email. The system verifies the user's information, and then we have the exception flow 1, which is the invalid information. If there is no error, the system displays other options for payment such as online banking, and we have alternate flow 1, which is other options. Then the user chooses to do credit card payment. The system navigates to merchant's credit card processing system. The user enters the payment details for the credit card. The system captures and authorizes the payment details. And then we have exception flow 2, which is the invalid payment details. If there is no error, the users enter the required payment amount, and then the system checks the required payment amount, and we have alternate flow 2, which is the insufficient amount. If there is no error, the system navigates back to the information page and processes the payment. And then the use case ends when the system navigates to confirm booking page. Proceed with the alternate flow 1, which is other options. The system displays another menu, which is the online banking, and then the customer selects the online booking option, and the system navigates to payment processor and acquiring bank. And then for alternate flow 2, insufficient amount, the system displays insufficient amount, please re-enter the amount to pay. And for the exception flow 1, invalid information, for example, the customer enters invalid email address and the system will display invalid email address. The system clears the email entered and the customer entered the correct email address, and then use case continues at step 2. Then at section flow 2, invalid payment details, the system displays invalid card number entered. The system lets the user make another attempt. The user enters the new card number. The system authorizes the card number, and then the use case continues at step 5. And then the post conditions, the system navigates to confirm booking page, and there's business rules, which is the system will only accept the payment amount stated as the maximum amount. We proceed with the GUI design. First of all, the customer will fill in the payment details, and then they will choose the available payment method, either credit card, PayPal, or online banking that we have added in our website. And then the price of the order will be automatically calculated by the system. And then click confirm your order. The demonstration, first of all, after you have filled in your booking details, you click next. And then you fill in your first name is your name, Mariam. And then your last name, Ahmed, for example. And enter your address. Your city is Shah Alam. Zip code 39500. Country is Malaysia. Your phone number. And then we have 3 options to pay. We click online banking and then confirm your order. And then actually when you click online banking, you will be navigated to the acquiring bank, and then you click confirm your order. Booking successful. Thank you. Next, I will be explaining about the test case for online payment failure. The test title is Successful or Unsuccessful Payment. The description is Payment Gateway Testing. First, the user will navigate to payment page, and this is the link. The expected result is payment page is displayed, and the actual result is payment page is displayed. Status passed. And then, the user input the payment details in the payment form. Expected result is user enters the payment details, and the actual result details have been stored. Status passed. Next, the user will click Pay Now button to proceed with the payment. and then expected result, user clicks the button, actual result encrypted information is sent to payment processor and acquiring bank, status passed. And the last step is verify transaction. The transaction will be verified by the TSC number, and then expected result, user enters wrong TSC number to authorize the payment, and the actual result is payment was unsuccessful, the status is failed. And then there is two post conditions. The first one is user is navigated to dashboard that displays payment failed and error occurred while processing your payment. And the second one is the system navigates the user to the payment page again.